Ooh, I woke up at 4 o'clock this morning like, oh, do I need to write a speech or is this going to come directly from my heart? First, I would like to thank God, the head of my life, for allowing me to serve the village of Dolton for another term. I would like to thank my family. It's unfortunate my father couldn't be here, but I have a great support system. My aunties, uncles, cousins, and kids are here. Thanks. They have been my support throughout these last 4 years. When I came home and cried, when my blood pressure was high, when I just didn't understand what would happen next, they were there. I can call them and say, aunties, just pray with me. Because I don't understand this. Why are we here? They said, stay the course. Don't give up. Keep doing what you're doing. I said, but when it first started, everybody looking at me like I'm doing something wrong. I'm just trying to bring out the light of what's happening. Just stay the course. Stay the course. These last 3.5 years have been challenging, but it has brought our community together. If we can't say anything else about what has happened in the village of Dolton, we can say it has brought our community together. It has taught people to understand each other. It has taught people to understand that sometimes our way might not be the same way that somebody else thinks. It has taught us to just be a support system to each other. We had so many other elected officials, thank you all, that have just called us and say, we see what's happening. We're praying for your community. Just stay the course. Stay the course. And this team, man, Jason is the most humble person I know. I would never want to be under anyone other than him as a leader of the village of Dolton. He is so humble. Each one of us have our own special qualities of how we work with each other. Me and Ed, we talk every day. We fuss, we fight, but at the end of the day, whatever we talk about is for the benefit of the community. Brittany, I could just feed her and she's gonna be on my side. Tammy is always the voice of reason. Clerk Key, we have a special relationship because we have interchangeable families. But through this time, I am proud to say that I serve as a Village of Dolton trustee to represent the Village of Dolton. Now, I'm gonna say this before I leave. Y'all came out, showed out, but we gotta keep coming to the polls in all the elections, not just this election, because our local government is what made the changes. We messed up. We all gotta say we messed up, but we corrected our mistake. And just give us time, we're gonna get through it. But thank you all for accepting me for another 4 years as a Dolton trustee.
Watch out now. That's Trustee Belcher. She got the receipts in her purse. She told him, she said, look. She said, I wouldn't trust her to buy penny candy Tiffany.
To make this introduction, so I'm going to ask our deputy clerk, our fantastic deputy clerk, Harris Montgomery, to come up.
Watch out, this is Miss Key coming. Clerk Key.
Now, this deputy clerk, she's going to help, I guess, swear her in.
Thank you guys for coming out to celebrate this special day with us. Today truly shows me that dreams really do come true. 4 years ago, I stepped into the position of deputy clerk with no idea what this role entails. And it has truly been a journey, to say the least. Thankfully, with the leadership and the guidance of our clerk, I was able to grasp the core responsibilities of this office, and most importantly, the role that we play in safeguarding the village's records. Allison is caring, empathetic, supportive to our residents. Although we faced many challenges over the last years, she's handled them with grace, professionalism, and integrity. Her perseverance and strength is something to be studied and admired. She has truly been an advocate and a pillar for this community. Today, I am honored and privileged to introduce the most fashionable, intelligent, and poised clerk in the Southland. She's my mentor, and she's also my boss. We re-elect Village Allison Kirk.
Yay.
Could my family please come up?
That's Clerk Key. She was the top vote getter in the election. She got more votes than all of them. And always was that Tiffany's anger. But we ain't gonna worry about that now because she ain't mad no more. We ain't worried about it.
So ready. Then let's do it. I, Allison Key, having been appointed to the office of clerk in the village of Dolton, in the county of Cook, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution
definitely support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
of the state of Illinois,
of the state of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
of clerk
of clerk
of the village of Dolton
of Richard
to
Dolton
the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations, Madam Clerk. You have it.
Clerk Key, folks. Clerk Key. Re-elected again. All right.
Good evening, everyone. This has been a long time coming, hasn't it? But we would not have gotten here if it was not for all of you who went out here. You fought with us, whether you live in Dolton or not. You came out, you saw the problem, you came out. But I want to especially thank my teammates back here. We couldn't have done it if we didn't have each other. I want to thank my family who had to listen to me when I'm calling and they thought I was crazy because they didn't know who I was, because normally I'm an even kill person and I became somebody that they didn't know. You know, but you guys
Good evening.
know
Is that Marshawn? That's Marshawn. Good evening. John.
So I just thank them for all the support and that we're here today. But I want you guys to know, this is all of God's plan. This is all of his plan. And he did this in divine order.
Yes, they do have a new mayor and it's Jason House. I'm sorry for going over that. Right?
But you gotta stay the course and you gotta follow his plan. And I also want you to know, his plan didn't start 4 years ago. It started many years before now. And I'm gonna share you a story that is so personal to me. It touches my heart. It has me crying all weekend. But I have to share with you guys how important this day is to me. So a
Yes,
little
March
over
hard.
15, 20 years ago, this young man came to my house and he said, I am running for the mayor of Dolton and I would like for you to sign my petition. So I looked at him, he was very well dressed, very well spoken, and every question I asked him, he was able to answer with the quickness. And I thought it took a lot of courage for this young man to run against our sitting mayor, who was William Shaw. He was William Shaw, and everybody knows William Shaw was a state senator. He was a pretty powerful politician in the city of Chicago. But I so admired his courage, his energy, and he just wanted me to sign a petition. But I was like, that's not good enough. I need to write you a check. So hold on, let me get my checkbook. And I wrote this young man a check who I had never seen before, but the way he presented himself, I knew that he was very sincere in what he was doing. And I knew that he could actually possibly accomplish this goal. So I'm going to kind of move forward some years. I am a retired employee of the Chicago Housing Authority, and my position was the director of resident services and community outreach. So I did a lot of programs to help families in public housing. So one of our events was like Operation Warm, where we gave away free coats to public housing children in the city of Chicago. So I'm doing all this work in Chicago. So I went to the executive director of the program and I said, hey, we got needs out here in the south suburb. I need some coats. So he's like, okay, Allison, give me a call tomorrow. And this is on a Saturday. And I sent him an email that night. And Monday morning, he said, okay, this is what you're gonna need to do. You're gonna have to establish a tax ID number. You're gonna have to raise funds because you have to pay for your coats. And if you can get those things done, we have 1,000 coats for you. So I'm like, okay, how do I get a tax ID number? But I know the first thing, if I'm gonna raise money, I need to set up a bank account because I can't put this money in my account. So I went up to US Bank and I told the lady I needed to speak to someone about setting up a business account. And she said, okay, have a seat, I'll get you someone. So this young man came out and said, hi, how are you? And my eyes just grew so big because it was the same young man who had come to my house to say he was running for mayor way back when. So we went in his office, we sat down, he helped me set up that bank account. I told him, I said, I have no idea how I'm supposed to set up a tax ID number. He immediately directed me to a website. He said, this is what you do. And I was so happy and we just hugged each other and I moved on. Well, fast forward a couple of weeks, okay? I'm getting everything in order, got my tax ID number. He called me back. He said, listen, my regional manager want to meet you. Can we have lunch? I was like, sure, we can have lunch. So I met with his regional manager and him, and she told me that she was a child of Dolton. She was born and raised in Dolton, and no one had ever asked the bank for any money for the community. No one had ever asked anybody for money for the community. And she said, and I want to help your program. So each year, US Bank put $500 in my account towards Michael Drive. Each year. Yeah. So it doesn't stop there. So when that same individual who is now the branch manager of that bank, he decided to move on in his career. And he called me and he said, you know, I'm no longer with the bank, but I'm going to talk to my current boss and ask him to continue to donate to your program. So to show you how the spirit worked, he got his boss to continue to donate to my program, as well as US Bank was still donating at the time. So when I tell you, this didn't start 4 years ago. This didn't start 4 years ago. God had this plan in motion a long time ago. And I'm going to tell you why I'm saying that. Because that young man who came to my house, who helped me set up this account, is our future mayor, Jason House. He is. So this is not his first go around with the mayor, but it wasn't his time yet. It's his time now. And I am so proud of him. And who would have thought that the woman whose home he came to and asked to sign the petitions will be standing right next to him as the village clerk? Who would have thought that? Who would have thought that? So tell
Nobody
me
would have thought
it's
that.
not God working with this community. Tell me it's not true. No one can tell me anything different because things just don't happen like this. They just don't happen like this. So in closing, I know you guys are gonna hold us accountable and we expect you to. But guess what? We're gonna hold you accountable too. We're gonna hold you accountable as well. Because we need you to continue to work with us so that we can bring back a better Dolton, so we can restore this community's pride, so that we can be happy to say that we live here. And it's gonna take all of us. We can't do it by ourselves. So if you're just looking for us to make this happen alone, you guys helped us get these seats to be here. So don't stop now.
That's right.
Now, the journey continues. The journey continues.
You know, you got to tell
So
them.
in
That's right.
closing, I'll just say, DU. Thank you, everyone.
That's Allison Key. She is the clerk of the village, re-elected. Told her story about Jason House and how they met, and she gave him a check. He came knocking on the door and things. Okay, we're waiting for now. Jason House is getting ready to get sworn in. I'm gonna hush my mouth until they get this done. You know Nikita's gonna do her thing. Hey, doctor.
Jason House, that's Mufasa. Jason House, that's Mufasa. Jason House, that's Mufasa.
I don't know what that means. What is that? What that mean? All right, let's listen to Jason House right now. Jason House is going to take the oath of office for mayor, folks. Stand by. Yeah, they got bodyguards in there too. Y'all don't come in there clowning.
I had 2 oaths for this major mayor. Somebody didn't take those. Mr. Mayor-elect, are you quite ready to be sworn? Absolutely, sir. All right then. All right then. I would say
The mayor-elect. That sounds good. Come on, let's say mayor.
I'm in my role.
That's his son.
I, Jason House,
I, Jason House,
having been appointed to the office of mayor
having been appointed to the office of mayor
in the village of Dolton,
in the village of Dolton,
in the county of Cook,
in the county of Cook,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the
of the
Constitution
United States
of the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
of the state of Illinois,
of the state of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and I will faithfully discharge
the office of mayor
the duties of the office of mayor,
of village of Dolton,
village of Dolton,
best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations, Mr. Mayor.
Let's hear it. I said, let's hear it. Let's hear it for Jason House. Na 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 na. Hey hey hey. She's gone. Ooh, I don't know. It felt like a weight just lifted. I carry this stuff. I'm way over here, down here, and all right, Jason. God bless. Watch out now. Let's hear the address of the newly elected mayor of the village of Dolton.
Before we allow our
You got a
mayor
gold
to
mic.
speak,
Look, Mama Tiffany had a gold mic. They
it's
give him a
only
gold
right.
mic.
Go, don't give him no go. Don't start no trouble now. Don't start no trouble.
Yes.
They did give him a gold mic. No, y'all don't do that. Don't give it to him.
That was the intro to our bonfire that we're gonna have this year. I definitely want to say how touched and warm my heart is with all of the individuals here. When we started, it was a standing ovation, but it was the standing looked like a wall protecting the village of Dolton. So I want to say thank you to everybody that's come out. We're privileged today to have numerous elected officials, and I'm going to take my time to recognize one by one because each one of these people have poured into our community and have direction and assistance that we so desperately need and partnerships that we want to make sure that we can return their kind. So with that, I want to make sure that I'm able to acknowledge School Board District 205 President Nina Graham, President Graham. Mayor, Village of Phoenix, Terry Wells. Chanel Kelly, Trustee. Mayor Darren Bryant, Village of Robbins. Our Cook County Commissioner, Donna Miller. Highway Commissioner, my brother, Antoine Russell. My sister, 152 Harvey School Board member, Thornton Township Clerk-elect AC Nesbitt. Got Andrea Johnson, the VP of School Board 148. Michael J. Knight, the Supervisor of Cook County State's Attorney.
Marjon, it's okay.
Got Alan Bank, representing Congresswoman Kelly, Robin Kelly's office. Terry Young Jr., School Board Member 147. Bruce Owen, School Board 148, Vice President, former. I'm gonna pause for this one, hold on. This is my twin. I blame anytime something goes wrong, if you call and I say that I'm the Dolton Park District Commissioner Willis Harris, where's Commissioner Harris at? Where are you going? Hey, y'all gotta see, that's my twin right there, so the Dolton O's call Willis Harris. We got Kevin Dale, trustee for South Suburban College. Danny Fields, Library Board trustee, the Village of Dolton. Ruby Donahue, Thornton Township, HRC. Trustee Michael Collier from the Great Village of Robbins. Tyrone Hudson, Alderman for Country Club Hills Alderman, forgive me. Patricia Hudson, City Clerk. Robert Pope, Mayor of the Great Village of Burnham. Dwayne Muhammad, former trustee, Village of Dolton. Another trailblazer, Robert Pearson, former trustee, Village of Dolton. Brenda Greer, trustee from the Village of Burnham. Carmela Richardson, trustee from the Village of Burnham. Mama Mary, Thornton Township trustee, your name on this time. And my brother Prince Reed, trustee from South Suburban College and trustee from South Holland. Former trustee, as well as trustee elected for the Thornton Township, Valeria Stubbs. Carmen Carlisle, trustee for Thornton Township. Kevin Bowen, former commissioner, Dolton Park District, my brother. Cheryl Tillman, newly re-elected School Board Member 149. My brother Will Tillman, Board President for School District 149. Gail Towers, Vice President for the Great Dolton Park District. Evelyn Sorrell, Dolton Library Board Trustee. Commissioner Sandra Wells, Dolton Park District Commissioner. Mary Lawrence, School Board District 148. Mayor James for the man that brings the concerts to town, the greatest state of Country Club Hills. Sonia Bradley, School District 205 Board Member. John Cap, Village of Burnham, Trustee. One of my favorite Village Library Board Presidents, Louise Copeland, Dolton Library Board. Another one of our commissioners, Dr. Keisha McCaskill, Cook County District. Travis Claybrooks, trustee. Where we from, Travis? That's Riverdale. I know. Okay, all right, there we go. Dorothy Price, trustee for the Village of Calumet Park. Alderwoman Wanda Jean McDowell for the great city of Markham. Got Leslie Trammell, the city clerk of Markham. Paris Williams, representing Cook County Sheriff Tom Dart's office. My buddy, Mayor Roger Akpau, the great city of Markham. Pastor William Fleshman, Abundant Living Ministries here in Dolton. Millie Myers, School Board District 215. Jermaine Hooks, the Village of Ford Heights trustee. Sharon Dyson, Village Clerk. You got former Mayor Eric Kellogg, President in the House with us, the City of Red Harbor. Janet Rogers, South Suburban trustee. Alderman Tyrone Rogers, Alderman, 6th Ward and Harbor. Trustee Andrew Holmes, why you pull out a card? Recognize twice. I got my buddy Cornell Woodbury, former commissioner for Dolton Park District. Business owner that donated much of the food because I insisted that we do not pay for anything on this swearing-in ceremony. For over Hoare, Dolton Village business owner. Blessed with the presence of Donna DeGraff, the great mayor of South Holland. Powerful mayor for the city of Calumet Park, Ronald Denson. We got Almeda Vassar Moody from School District 205. We got Alderman Ramon Williams from the great city of Calumet City. We got Shonda, the Vassar Williams, School Board District 149 School Board. Lester Long, retired commissioner for Dolton Park District and the namesake for the great building that hosts our senior trustees. My former mayor, friend, and mentor, Riley Rogers, great city of Dolton. Thornton Township trustee, Chris Gonzalez. Trustee-elect for Thornton Township, Byron Stanley. My brother, president for Dolton Park District, Cleo Jones. Back for a second. We got Tiana Hill, South Suburban College Board trustee. Lawrence Patterson, commissioner for Markham Park District. Got Jerome Brown, former trustee for Park Forest. The amazing assessor for Thornton Township, Cassandra Holbrook Nelson. I don't think I recall having this man that needs no introduction. Our fantastic state rep and neighboring mayor in Calumet City, Mayor Thaddeus Jones. And the person that came to assist Dolton, former mayor and great partner. We want to say thanks to Mayor Lori Bond.
$40,000. She did a great job with that report.
Yes, she did.
Just a couple, that's gonna throw off my finale moment. Okay, I got my buddy, Devontae Stewart, Vice President for Dolton Library. Elizabeth Gonzalez, trustee, Dolton Library Board. And my fantastic friend and sister, trustee Stephanie Wiedemann, Township trustee. So that shows the kind of support and love that our community has gotten and will be getting. And we want to be just as good a partners to everybody that's here as they have been and will be with us. I'm going to pause for a minute just to give God honor as the head of my life for everything that we do. So I want to thank God for this moment. My mother's not physically present here. She's watching, so I want to make sure that my mom, who instilled the sense of service, trust in the Lord, say thank you, Mom. I love you and look forward to seeing you soon. As many know, I'm not a public speaker. I go back and forth with a couple of my buddies, and they always say, why don't you like speaking like that? And it's because I always think well done is better than well said. That's how I was raised. And Dolton, we got a lot of work. But having said that, I jotted down some notes, but I'm gonna go, as I listen to everybody, different things come to you and say, oh man, I gotta touch on here and touch on that. So I'll ask the people kind of humor me, and I'll go back to my notes to keep me a little bit on direction so we get out of here before 11. But there was a moment in our board meetings. For the first 2 years, as we're going back and forth and we're arguing, we would say that I would go into every meeting hoping that this is the meeting that everybody, our counterparts kind of found a way of reason and peace and compromise. I would put my head down and we would have the prayer, and then right after prayer, all chaos breaks. Trustee Stan Brown would say, we'll pray our way in and we fight our way out. So one meeting comes up and we do the prayer, and then one of the employees gives a really good prayer on unity, and then comes and it's just as nasty as they ever as the meeting. So of course that's the meeting where I tell them, don't pray for me anymore, because you have to watch who prays for your life over you. That being said, I would still go into every meeting, and I would, after the prayer, because he would always lead the prayer, I would always do my Kaepernick resistance moment and not pay attention to it. But then I would bow my head and I would just stop for a minute and I would say, God, please use me with the humility and the humbleness to hold my tongue and to speak only when it's called for. And that's been my mantra pushing forward. So I have that same moment right now as I ask God to use and guide my steps and my work and my direction. And that always seems to work. I'm here now and I've been so privileged. As I look around this room, I have amazing brothers that I want to acknowledge really quickly, because as I have my beautiful sister, my own sister right here, hold on. And acknowledge that she keeps me on the straight and narrow path. That's the only biological family member I have here. But God put so many amazing brothers in my life. So I got people I do have to acknowledge, of my brother, Stephen Harry over there, brother George Marsh Jr. I saw my brother Thomas Crosby Jr. See William Durrell. I see my brother, oh my God, Mark Eastwood. And man, this guy he hasn't stopped shooting since we were in the second grade of basketball court. I mean, he really thought every shot was wide open. Along with that comes the next level of direction and guidance. So I have to acknowledge Thomas Crosby Sr. for being there in moments that I really need, along with his lovely wife, Adrian. I have to acknowledge George Marsh Sr. for being there over 30 years of my life. God says you might need more direction. I have an amazing, amazing mentor, CEO Donald J. Dude, also here, that gives kids that don't even know that I'm paying attention. My brother up here in the front with our amazing family, I say our family, my brother took it over. Charles Walls, lovely wife, my godson, baby. So as Clerk Key was telling the story of years ago running for office, that was also my running mate back in 2009, where we ran a spirited campaign. Thought we had it, but we didn't know any better at the time, so we had to find some more friends, and here everybody is. So that being said, I get the privilege today to stand here proud, because I can tell everybody the story of how resiliency and unity have brought us to a new and brighter day in the village of Dolton. 4 years ago, nobody thought that this small community just south of the city of Chicago would get this kind of attention. We never did. I had some residents who came to me and said, you know, Henyard put Dolton on the map the same way NWA put Compton on the map. Now, at the moment, I really didn't know how to take it. And one vein is humorous and everything, but it's also difficult when you're sitting in the seat to recognize that our elected officials, our public servants, are being made synonymous with gangster rappers. Now, I know some of the lyrics of Ice Cube, I will say that. Love is moving. If you're watching, please do not make another movie about Dolton. I'm just telling you, we love your movie, don't do it. But you get the spirit of what
Yes,
I'm going.
that's Lori Lightfoot.
Our service to be synonymous with gangster rappers. We want to make sure that we represent the service that we're here to do. But with all of those lights, cameras, action, it created a moment. It created a moment for our community to unite. So this is why I can stand here today more proud than ever of the residents of the great village of Dolton standing together and working towards one common goal of cleaning up our community. It's often said that affluent communities would not accept the kind of treatment that we got. And when we got to that voting poll, we said strongly and loudly with a near unanimous vote that the residents of Dolton will not tolerate that corruption in our backyard. So for the first time in many years, our community has been divided for many years. We have shown decisively through our vote that we are the change, transparency, and accountability. We collectively as a community, we as what is deemed as the outsiders and those who care, we are the change of transparency and accountability that the community needs. And I'm proud to stand here as a member of the board. I always say member because we are a team, along with the clerk, along with we have 6 trustees here. We stand united that we are going to move this community forward better. And we have been doing the work. This work doesn't start today. We've been doing it for the last 4 years. We know how to call you out when you need to be called out. We know how to hug each other when we got to hug. And so now we're ready to move Dolton to the next level.
That's a long shot, but you never know.
We'll talk about what does that next level look like. It looks like professionalism in our boardroom, but in our community, and in the village hall when you walk in. No matter what happens, we will talk to one another in a peaceful manner. We will resolve our issues behind the podium. As I get the opportunity to have breakfast with Mayor Rogers from time to time, he'll ask me the question, how long do you think that honeymoon will last? And I love it that he equated it to a honeymoon because those of us who have been in love and married know the honeymoon lasts as long as you work at it. All right. So I stand here today talking to the residents of this village. I stand here talking to my colleagues on this board. I stand here to talk to the clerk, Allison Key, to let you know I'm here for the next 4 years to work at making sure that we grow a bigger, better community. Our next level looks like financial stability, the financial stability that we've lost. So now we've already started with getting our audits done and brought back current. We started with making communication with those who have not gotten communication for years. And we will make sure that that communication is ongoing as we work to get a payment, because you know that's all we're waiting on, right? But well, we have to start it there. We're going to seek the funding that we need. We're going to get it. We're going to make the decisions collectively as a board that are necessary, and Dolton will be debt free by the end of this 4-year term. That next level is making Dolton business friendly. Over the last 4 years, we've had a difficult. The rest of the business owners need a lawyer to get a business license. They need lawyers to get liquor license. Those days are over. We have already made changes. We've made changes in the last 3 months that have allowed us to sign off on over 75 business licenses, 10 liquor licenses. We want to make sure that people know that Dolton is a great place to do business in. that next level looks like clean streets. We will make sure that we're working with our public works department. We get the resources they need, and we'll make sure that our main thoroughfares are clean of debris. We're also going to believe on that business partnership because we need businesses to know we're not here to clean up your garbage. Make sure it's cleaned up, but we're not here to clean it up. So that's where the business friendly and business partnership comes in. But our streets will be clean. Our next level looks like protecting the residents of our community so that we feel safe. I've had the privilege to talk with some of the police officers and command staff. They are anxious to make sure that that stain that has been over their head is wiped away. They are here for the community. They've always been here for the residents of our community. We will continue to move that forward, and I see all of our illustrious firemen over there. You see the unity that comes from that to the firefighters and the great city of Dolton. They say we should feel safer already. So, in closing, my mentor, Donald Block, on the day, I said, I wanted to make sure I got this correct because we are going to get this done because Dolton has what he likes to call the 3 C's. We have compassion, we have the competency, and the commitment to community. And with those 3, how can we lose? Dolton will be an amazing place to live in. God bless you and thank you for being here today.
Well, what can I say? The newly elected board and mayor have been seated. The newly re-elected board members have been re-elected and they have been sworn in. My guest commentator today with me on this evening's show is Foxy 2 Roxy 3, who has come and wait a minute, he has something else he's saying. Hold on.
Trustee Norwood.
It is working, actually, Trustee Brown. It's just fine. So, guys, we're going to have some refreshments here. So we're going to have some refreshments here tonight. I know we thanked America, and we continue to thank America. So we're actually having a party for America, so we can all celebrate together. And that'll be this Saturday from 1 to 4 p.m. right here in this very room. So if you all could join us, that'll be our moment to celebrate. We will not be here too much longer tonight, but you all will get a chance to celebrate with us on Saturday.
I need to be at that party. Okay. Let's listen to see what's happening. They're going to give some announcements.
Motion by Trustee Kiana Belcher, second Trustee Andrew Holmes. Clerk, please call the roll.
Andrew seconded. Oh my God.
Trustee Kiana Belcher. Aye. Trustee Andrew Holmes. And House's position is vacant because he's now the mayor. And this meeting is adjourned.
Congratulations to the Honorable Mayor of the Village of Dolton. As you see, the celebration continues as the new era in Dolton has come. A lot of dignitaries that are there, a lot of the past officials, the Riley Rogers, the former mayor, Mayor Lori Lightfoot, she's there. I saw several other people that I could, and there she is, the celebrity. You know, I'm gonna talk about her on the platform. with
All in
she
the
got her
queue.
help there. Yeah, that's the Q. All in the Q. Hey Q, I know you said don't you be talking about us. Let's see what she's talking about. Wait, let's see. Hold on. Can we get her? Wait a minute. Hold on a second. I don't know. And
You guys will see us on Wednesday night at Markham for the inauguration. Okay? Okay. Love you guys. Gotta go.
okay, I'm going to. All right, let's do something a little bit different here. Hold on one second. I got so much. Who is this? Okay, we're going to stick with this shot right here. My guest, like I said, I'm not here by myself. I'm here with Foxy 2 Roxy 3, and she's here with us. And Foxy, we come a long way with this Dolton thing, but they got a brand new mayor. Looks like they're going to go forward and do what they do. We don't have to worry about her anymore. I think that. What do you think the former mayor? God, I like that how that sounds. The former mayor Henyard is think. What you think she's thinking right about now, Fox?
How she messed up?
Say how she messed up. Okay, come on.
Yeah, she messed up royally.
Yeah.
So many opportunities. But the problem is, I think she know it, but she's just so stubborn that she's not going to admit it. But what song come to mind for Dolton was the old gospel song. We come a long way, Lord. We come a long way.
Well, they have come a long way, and you know something. It's an interesting thing to do. You know, I want to, as we watch. Wait a minute, I'm going to try to see if I can get this done. No, I don't want that anymore. We're grateful for all in the queue and everybody being so attentive and giving us an opportunity to. Wait a minute, let me get this. Giving us an opportunity to. Giving us an opportunity to. Brother Lee is here. Hey, Lee. We just got through with the swearing in. They got a new mayor, and I hope a new administration that will work for the people, hopefully in some kind of unity, in some kind of way. We've been waiting for this for a long time, and as the commentators were saying, and people were saying, you know, everybody got their opinion. Not now, Red. We ain't gonna play that. My bad. I'm trying to get the signal back from Dolton. But go ahead and I want to ask you something, Foxy, and then I want to ask Brother Lee. You know, I'm not putting my faith, or I'm not saying that a person can change things or throw. You know what I mean? That it's going to take everybody to work together, and one person is not going to be able to do it all by themselves. I want to ask you, Foxy, what do you think the impact is going to be as this new mayor and this revised board comes together to try to fix the wrong or right the wrongs that has happened in that community?
Well, the thing is, they've been trying to right the wrong ever since they started going to the came from the town hall into the park. That's when they started, when he became mayor elect, a mayor, you know, pro tem. That's when they started changing a lot of things. That's how a lot of things have changed. Lori Lightfoot's reports and things they got with Keith Freeman. They got a lot of things that now that they're elected, they can really run with it. Before there was a little still stagnant because she's still the mayor.
Yeah.
But now that she's no longer the mayor, they can do what they need to do to make things right.
Mm-hmm. Well, the sign has been taken down. Okay, go ahead.
She was holding them back.
Yeah.
She was holding them back.
Yeah. Well, we see now that the new mayor, he's not elected. He's been officially installed along with his board and with the clerk. Brother Lee, we've been talking about this for a while since I know that since we've been broadcasting, we somehow, some way always get a chance to talk about your former client. There's Tiffany Kamar of St. Patrick's. Is that they just should have went to St. Patrick and had a thing. What's wrong with these people? Isn't it they need to go and celebrate? But Brother Lee, I wanted to ask you as we this special broadcast is going. We're waiting for Martin G to come. He's in the crowd, and hopefully he can get some. We're going to try to do this before we go off the air. Come on, Brother Lee, give us your feelings about this new mayor, all this stuff that we've been talking. We've been talking about Tiffany, this, that, and the other. What's in store for this new board? What are the challenges you think they're going to have to overcome coming in the office? Go ahead, brother.
Well, I would like to say, yeah, they're gonna have to overcome a stigma of this last administration. They're gonna have to overcome that feeling that people have that it's the same old thing. So yeah, that's something that they will have to overcome. Well, it's a wait and see kind of thing. You don't know what you're gonna get until they actually get in there. So yeah, you're not sure about it. Like any new administration, you hear that they gonna do good things, but you don't know if it's really gonna come to fruition. And that's the thing. So we have to wait and see. Pretty much we have to wait and see. And that's what's going on now. It's a wait and see kind of process. And yeah, they feel good about it, and everybody feels good about change, but what kind of change is it going to be? That's the thing. That's what I have to say.
I think that, I'm hoping for the better and hoping for the best, and that this new administration will come in and do the things that they need to do. We switched our feed so that we could kind of see what's going on. Martin G is in. I got Martin G's feed up, and we're going to be in contact with him. He should be coming up to us in a little bit to give us a report. If not, we're not going to worry about it. Let's see. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. I'm trying to see if. Hold on. Stand by. Okay. Now this was okay. He was live. So So I want to ask you this, Foxy. Andrew Holmes. You think he just showed up for the paycheck, or what? They get paid today. This is every trustee get they pay today. Once a month, and they go to the meeting and everything. They get paid. I think it's a certain amount of money that they do receive. As we look at the portions of the clerk swearing in and some of the other highlights that were there. We're grateful. But Foxy, Brother Lee was pretty right. Well, I think people should not expect miracles to happen overnight or something major to happen overnight or whatever the case may be. And I just believe they ought to give this man a chance. What's your thoughts on that?
No.
No,
are you
don't
talking
give
about
him a
House or
chance.
you talking about Andrew?
No, I'm talking about the new mayor. You said
Okay,
no.
the new mayor, yes, we have to give him.
Yeah.
Now, the new mayor, yes, he's, like I said, they already been doing it since they was at the park. So they've been taking care of business when they was at the park, when she wasn't showing up. So they had to deal with business. They couldn't sit back and wait till they got inaugurated. They had to go ahead and do what they had to do. So they already ahead. They just got to maintain what they already doing. And
I
right
heard
now, I think.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
And now, believe it or not, there's going to be a big change financially for Dolton.
Yeah, I was going to say that because in the room there were certain people, financial people. There were people there that wanted to see this. They needed to have the changing of the guard, and have some things in place. And I think that Dalton is on their way to doing things. Now, I'm not going to be so critical. Andrew Holmes, he looks pretty bad. Looks like he's been going through. Listen, I ain't going to beat a man while he's down. But I knew that if he hadn't said anything, or even taken accountability of what's been going on, he's going to have a long road ahead. I know that the legal fight is not over for the board. Tiffany has the former mayor has a myriad of lawsuits. She lost the court case with her house as far as the eviction is going. She's going to be evicted from that house in Dolton, even though a lot of people say she just used it for a storage facility. And the storage facility that was destroyed in Dolton is under investigation right now. And there's a lot of details that are not there. And I mean, that's another can of worms. And then I look forward and look ahead to the people of the city of Harvey that have reached out, even here to us, to the McMahon Show, and various other associates that we have, to spread a light and to continue to spread a light. Give somebody else an opportunity, as I always would say. And we all are human. Nobody's perfect. But I just think that if they work together, that they got a real good team. They got a real good. Oh Lord! Help me! They got a real good. That's the microphone. They got a real good. Excuse me, folks. I'm so sorry. They have a real good support system with the government. With the new trustee, now the new supervisor elect. That's over at Thornton Township. They're going to help out, and I know that the state of Illinois is going to help him out also. They just wanted to get some real competent leadership in place. Lori Lightfoot was there, as you all seen, and didn't get the judge's name. But, Brother Lee, as we look at this situation and then we look around the country, this is just not the only example of what people can do if they get up and they vote. She lost this election. The former mayor lost this election 9-1, almost 7-1. They said 7-3 or something. She got 3 out of 7 votes. But it just wasn't enough to bring her over the top. What do you think is in store? You think she's going to jail, Lee?
Well, it's speculation, and the speculation.
You don't think so?
No, I don't really think that she's going to.
I can't hear you, Lee. Just speak up a little.
I don't think she's going to jail. I doubt it that she goes to jail. And is that really justice? Sending somebody to jail?
Wait, hey, Lee, you might have to go in. You might have to go in and come back out again because we can't. No, we can't hear you. I hear your voice, but we can't. It's not clear. You might have to just go in and come back out. You come on in. We're waiting on you. Foxy, I want to ask you a similar question. You think she's going to jail? Lee says no. He's coming back to tell y'all why he said no. What do you say, Fox?
Well,
you hear me now?
The federal government.
Yeah, I can hear you a little bit. Hold on, Lee. Okay, go ahead, Foxy. What you say? I didn't hear you.
Local government is totally different from federal government. Local government, yeah, she probably could slide through. But federal, When it's FBI involved, the IRS involved. Yeah. Those two alphabet letter agencies you don't play with. Mm-hmm. You don't play with them. And right now, she's messed up too much money from the government. Not from the local government, from the federal government. Local government might give her a slap on the wrist. But right now, she's dealing with the federal government. And she's not the only one that's involved in it. That's the thing. Everybody keeps saying, well, get her. But no, there's a whole lot of other people that got to go with her. She didn't keep all that money to us. She helped a whole lot of people.
Well,
all right, come on.
I would say you're wrong. And I'll tell you what. Donald Trump. Is he in jail? Is he close to being in? Is he close? No,
he's white, though. He's white.
Is he close to going to jail? Is he close to going to jail?
No, he ain't. About until another 4 years, he might not go to jail.
How many charges? We ain't talking about that. We said, how many charges does he have on?
Okay, but brother,
none right now. He's convicted of 43.
You just said The
I said the
FBI, the
federal government.
federal government. And what is
But now
Donald Trump dealing with? The federal government.
okay,
Okay,
he
wait.
went. Okay,
I
he
want
got back in it when
let
he was
okay, go
he
ahead.
was getting ready to go to jail until he
No,
became
getting
president.
ready don't make you in jail.
Wait a
Getting
minute, wait a
ready, I'm
minute.
getting ready. I'm
While
getting ready to.
Tiffany is not
Yeah,
in no office no more. So now she has no protection. He has protection right now. I'm trying to get you to understand how the feds work. They don't work
listen.
like
I
the
know how
local
the
state
feds
government.
work. I know how the feds work. Listen, I don't have to be a federal agent to know how the federal government works. I don't have
Yes, you
to be
do.
a. I do not have to be a federal agent. Listen, you don't have to be the president to know how the offices are working. You know, you're saying that you have to be in the federal government to actually know the inner workings. Everything in the federal government is on the internet. Every job, every position, every salary is in the internet.
But
And
Tiffany
tell me
ain't
that
Not
I'm
white.
wrong.
every
And
She
tell
ain't
me that
white.
I'm wrong.
She ain't
not
white.
everything.
Trump is white. Trump is white. Trump is lily white, got
Ain't
money. He got these secrets of the folks and everything. These are two different animals. And
Listen,
she
I
going to
put
prison, Lee, whether you believe it or not.
listen.
Trump ain't
I
going.
believe it.
He ain't
I
going, but I
believe
bet
it.
you they lock her black
I
self
believe
up.
it if she's there. Now,
Yeah, well,
speculation is a special, but
let's
speculation.
make a bet. I know you
And
don't bet.
you can,
Jerry always would bet. My brother Jerry
yeah,
always bet
yes.
Lee
I'm
and
gonna
say,
tell you
bet,
something.
Lee, bet.
I'm gonna tell you like this. You know, you've seen people come and go. And yeah, federal government sometimes hit a home run, but I wouldn't bet on them to run the government because look what they do with it. So we got confidence in the federal government. Come on, look at the history of the FBI. They was watching Dr. King. They actually staged his murder. So here's the thing. So
so think
don't
about
have
this.
so much
We just
confidence
said
in something that works crookedly. They work crookedly, and saying that you got confidence in something that has proven a
Hold on.
track record about doing dastardly things.
All right, hold on one second. I want to
look for
say
Rico.
something real
Let me
quick.
know what
Go ahead, go ahead, go
let me
ahead,
know
go
if that's
ahead,
what
Foxy.
her. Do Rico and then come
Go
back
ahead.
with me with the evidence you got. Rico charges. Look it up, study
You
it,
can
and then
I
get
know
back
what
with me.
RICO means. I know what RICO means, sister. But just because you know the word RICO, that don't mean it worked.
I did it for 35 years when I worked
Yeah,
with the
look,
federal government.
I understand. I don't have to be a
Uh,
federal agent to know how the federal government works.
okay, let me jump in here right quick. I got you. Let me ask you this then, because Lee, I'm sitting here. Yes, Mr. Trump he got state. He's a felon. Period. Okay, boom. He got elected back. Somehow he weaseled his way. Tiffany does not have, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna go on the limb and say this: the intelligence to do anything. She doesn't have no juice. She got no local juice with the Republicans. That's the only way that she's gonna get a partner or anything out of that U.S. attorney that said today that we're going forward today. The investigation has been going forward whether she was in office or not, and what they found would surprise you. Now she ain't Donald Trump, so I can't compare her. She can't. Listen, I respect everybody's opinion, but I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to go out on the limb. Tiffany going to jail. Not only her cohorts too. They've been making deals all week, and I got this on good
Well,
alleged
yeah, I
information
understand.
from the top. That
I understand.
listen, you better hear James when I tell you, Tiffany, if they ain't knocking at her door right now, and they could be, she's going to jail. They
I
already got her
believe it when I
bodyguards. They got
see it.
all of her, but they got her 3 bodyguards that turned themselves into the federal authorities this past week. And what do you think they're going to ask her? XYZ, XYZ. Now, one of them cats, and a total of 3, 4 bodyguards, $1 million worth of overtime. You know, one, they don't treat black people like they treat white folks. White folks can get away and do that, and they still doing it. And if Tiffany thinks, or if anybody else thinks, or maybe whatever their opinion is, thinks that she gonna get away with this, Tiffany going straight. Let me tell you, she going straight to prison, and she's going for more than 20 years. You better believe it. If you don't believe me, watch what happened. I know you're such an opinion, and that's my opinion. Come on with it, y'all. Come on, Foxy. Why
Well,
you? Okay, but I want to ask this question now, Foxy. You worked in the federal government and you worked around these people. and I'm bringing you, come on back into it's a conversation. I wanted to ask you, and a lot of people say, well, the federal government, they slow. And if FBI's, they slow. I've always known them to slow walk folks. Come on and just walk us through what your knowledge is of how they do things. And then we're going to get Brother Lee's opinion about the things that and get a rebuttal on what you say. But come on with what you what happens when a situation like this is going on in a person's life, Fox?
Well, they're slow walking because they want to make sure they have everything and everybody involved. They got to make sure that they have a good sound case. They can't just sit back and run in there and say, okay, I'm gonna arrest her now, and you got like 15 other people that's involved. This is racketeering, and this is money corruption. So you can't sit back and just say, well, she's gonna get a slap on the wrist or she's gonna be free because she's a mayor and the supervisor. No, she's not Trump. This girl is African American, and they don't do us the same way they do the white folks. And they're gonna make an example out of her because she done made an example out of the United States. She's been all over the world. She done made a mockery of the blacks, and now they're gonna make an example out of her. Watch what I tell you. They're gonna make an example out of her. And it's going to be so bad that everybody's going to go, wow. And so many people's going to go down that nobody's going to see that it's coming. There's so many people that's going to go down because they're not, the FBI don't tell you what they're going to do. The federal government don't tell you everything. If that was the case, they wouldn't have they wouldn't have top secret clearances if they're going to tell you everything. They're not going to tell you everything. They're going to tell you what they want you to know, and you can figure it out on your own. But they're not going to tell you everything that goes on in the federal government. They're going to tell you what they want to know. That's just like your kids. Your kids ain't going to tell you everything that's going on in their life.
Well,
just like
come on, Lee. Yeah.
Man, you don't tell me everything that goes on in your life. Brother Lee, you don't tell me everything goes. I don't tell you what goes on in my life. You think the federal government going to tell you everything? Come on, please.
Come on, Lee. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second. I don't know what happened. Wait a minute. Hold on. Come on, Lee. I'm sorry. Forgive me for that.
So is this justice, my sister? That this sister is about to you say she's going to receive. Is this justice?
Well,
that's my question I put to you.
Well,
to you, your opinion, in your opinion.
I'm gonna say yes, it's justice because you could have made she could have went so far with what she had, but she decided to make a mockery of us. And she decided to disrespect us and talk down to everybody that she's above them. And you can't do that expecting you're not going to get justice. Like I said earlier today, you make an adult decision, you deal with an adult consequence.
So you're saying that this is justice.
That's why I can't murder somebody. Am I making an adult decision or I'm sitting back and thinking, oh, well, I should get it?
I'm just asking a question. Do you believe this is justice?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
And I told you why. Because you sit back and you make the federal government's money. You don't mess
speak
with
up a little bit, Foxy. I can't speak up just a little bit or turn your mic up.
You don't mess with the federal government's money. I don't care what you do. You don't mess. That's just like you. You wouldn't want nobody to mess with your money. If that was your money.
The thing is what we don't understand is that this is our money. The federal government is not a king. This is our money. This is our money. So what I'm saying is, the thing is that we're talking about the federal government and you saying it's their money. No, this is our money. And when we got corporations every day that no CEO serves no time, and they pollute the rivers and the lands and kill babies every day. I'm gonna ask you a question, my sister. Do you know what's in the water? Do you know what's in the water that you drink?
Mm-hmm.
What is it? What's in your water? What's in your water?
There's a lot of toxins from wood. There's a lot of toxins from body fluids, body waste. There's a lot of stuff from the unpurified, and also from the military, from the bombings. It's in the soil. and we still got
Well,
mines, and we still got heads, bomb heads, still in the soil of some of the places in the United States that is not purifying the water. So
what
yes,
what I'm saying is that corporations pollute our water systems, and they're in federal court right now. Been in there for decades, and they still haven't figured out who's going to serve time. And
I
then we
got to
talking about they
emphasize
was
though,
building
Lee, that these
the
are
federal
white folks.
government,
You
the
don't
federal.
get it
Well,
though.
see,
What
well
did
then
you
why
say
is it
every
just?
morning?
Well
Every
then
morning you say,
this
no,
is
no,
the
no,
question.
Lee. I gotta
I
call you
understand
on the
what you're
carpet,
saying.
Lee. You gotta give me a chance to come in. When
The
I
point
come
I'm trying to
in,
get to.
when I'm gonna give you an opportunity, but this is a conversation we having. It ain't one sided.
Yes,
Give me a
go
chance,
ahead,
bro.
go
I
ahead,
got you.
go
I
ahead,
got you, bro.
go
I
ahead,
got you.
go
What I'm
ahead.
saying is, Lee, these are white folks. That these corporations are white folks. They got a man here that took $5 million and he's a billionaire. Took it from the state. It's all who's sitting in the seat. Tiffany is going to, this is James saying it. Just because I'm saying it, there's a process. She is black and a black woman at that. Now let's go to this fact. She's going to jail. Now, why is she going to jail? Now, and look, I look at even lesser cases. Let's go to Mississippi, the capital city of Jackson. Same similar situation, no publicity. This guy the mayor takes a kickback of $30,000. They indicted this man for taking not 30 million, not 30 billion. He took $30,000. And they indicted this man on at least 10 counts, 10 felony counts. Derelict of duty. Same thing as Trump has done on a different, but this man is black. There is no
and
equal justice in America. Is this justice? Tiffany made her own bed. Okay, for this case,
she got
what do
millions.
you
She took
say? You in office,
she
you
took
took the oath
millions
of
of
office and you say, hold up a second. You take the oath of office and you say you're gonna do whatever you're gonna do. You get in there and you just go crazy, get the credit cards and misuse the funds and do all of these things. And I'm not saying, Brother Lee, knocking anything could happen, but from where I see things at, the only denominator, the common denominator in this is she black and she going straight. I'm telling you, the prosecutor sitting there
I understand.
beside or sitting there and they were waiting, and this is their MO. They wait until the election is over. They couldn't do nothing. What you gonna do with Trump? He won the election. Okay, he's the president. That means he's the boss of the DOJ. What he say go. When they get through talking, he's the executive branch. He'll come and get me if he want to, and they'll create something and get rid of me and send me to Saskatchewan or somewhere. Just saying James such and so like they're doing now. When you're not white folks, you going to jail.
Well,
in prisons and
I'll say it
mansions,
again. If you're
and
not
he's in
white folks,
mansions.
you going to jail. And Tiffany is on her way. You better believe it. With
well,
this arson fire and everything going, see, they done forgot that they put cameras around that man's place and in the car wash and in that storage facility. They know who was coming in, who was going out. They know, and the owner of the place was real quiet. So now she's got arson. She's going to be charged with that arson. What I'm saying is this. There's no justice for black people in America. Come on, Brother Lee, and tell me, is there any justice for black folks in America? I'm listening. Go ahead. Now, this show said, come on, come on.
what I asked my sister was it justice? And she said yes. And the point I'm trying to make is these laws that we want prosecuted and administered, if it's not justice, what is it? That's my question.
It's justice because you
And
can't.
why is if it you know what justice is, my sister, in the dictionary?
No,
Well, you know what that actually means? That means it's equal distribution of the law.
Never happened.
And well, then why use the word justice then? If it's not if it's not justice, it's anarchy. And that's what it is.
What I can't understand is, how is it anarchy for this?
It is
She's a
anarchy.
thief.
And
She stole the folks' money.
To you.
She sat there and pranced around with $1,000 wigs on. Sat there and hollered. Wait, now I got you to lead this. Go ahead. Come on. I'm listening.
And I will answer your questions. It's anarchy because it's not justice across the board. If it's not across the board, it's anarchy. And see, we saying, oh, okay, they're serving justice over there, but not over there. So that makes it anarchy. They make it anarchy. If one group can get what you call justice and another group can't get it, then what makes it justice? See, we screaming for blood here.
I think I can take it a little bit further, because justice is, you're going to get caught eventually. Okay, Trump eventually is going to have to pay the piper. He ain't going to pay it now. He may not pay it 20. He may be dead and gone. He may never get there.
He will never pay it. I can give you an example. Rockefeller never paid. Rockefeller never paid justice.
I agree.
You know, so we want to talk about justice.
But
justice
Tiffany
is
ain't
not
got Rockefeller money neither. She ain't white.
Well, I'm putting it out there for you.
It doesn't happen that way.
How much justice?
That was his lawyer.
How much?
He went bankrupt. They stripped him of everything, and he was white.
Well, that some white people get caught up. I didn't say it's 100% white people get away.
That's them stupid
but that don't
white
make,
folks.
no, that's not justice. Just because a few get away, that don't mean it's justice. That's not justice.
I say that's justice for what they did with him. The ones that was stupid white people that got caught.
As long as
black getting caught.
As long as one of us can get away, it's not justice. And that's a fact.
Okay.
And you can look that up.
Okay. All right. Look, listen, of course, we got to leave in a couple. We got about 3.5 minutes. Let me say this, and I'm gonna give each one of you an opportunity. This is the McMahon Morning Show. It's a special broadcast that we're having. We just witnessed the swearing in. I'm coming, y'all. It's the swearing in of Jason House as the new mayor of the village of Dolton. You've seen it. Get the replay, hit the like, and all those other good things. We got people that are here. Those of you that are listening and in the chat, you can say something and give a question. We got a couple of minutes to go. And I mean, we're going to talk tomorrow morning show. I'm going to put it together right now. Get ready. We're going to discuss what's justice. Get ready. Foxy and Lee are going to have a debate. And I'm going to turn you loose. I want to know. This is what I want to know. And I'll throw the question out to both of y'all again that you threw out. Is it justice or is it not? That's tomorrow's show. But then I want to give everybody an opportunity. All of our sponsors, we did recognize you, and this is a special broadcast. And we're just grateful for you just being around. To all of you all that are listening, to all of our folks. I got I got a message from Alaska Lee for you. Somebody said that Brother Lee be on top of things. I'm going to pass that along to you. And all in good journalistic fun. We're here and we ain't enemies. We don't hate each other. We ain't gonna fight, nothing like that. We're having discussion. And when you see us at this, it's good to have it because the conversation needs to be had. And I have Foxy 2, Roxy 3, and I got Brother Lee Mack that's here. Brother Lee, we're gonna give the lady her chance to come rebut. Come on, Foxy, say what you have to say. And because be ready tomorrow with Lord willing, be ready tomorrow for tomorrow's show. But we're gonna give you an opportunity as we close our show out, our evening program out. Go ahead, and then Brother Lee is gonna take us out.
I'm gonna end it with this. That's it. Dolton unite.
I'll do that. Okay. All right, Brother Lee, come on. Is that Brother Lee, you still there with? Okay. What happened, Lee? We can't hear his voice. Okay, let me do this right quick. Tomorrow morning, Brother Lee, Foxy, 2 Roxy 3 is going to be on the panel, and y'all, I'm going to put it out there. about our show tomorrow. We're going to talk about the pros and cons of justice. And I like the discussion. I like how it gets because, you know something, we got to have these discussions, folks. And I want to thank each and every one of you for joining us this evening for this special edition of the MacMan Morning Show, as we came and we promised that we would put out that we would televise the swearing in ceremony. I know that you had many other places that you could have went, but you stopped by here and you shared with us. We got Brother Lee. He's here. Y'all know Lee is a favorite. I'm telling you, they talking about her. Foxy, she's internationally known. And I know Sherry is going to call you once she see the replay, you know, and it's going to be hot tomorrow. I like good discussion, and I like good discussion. And I think that Brother Lee and our guest brings a lot to the table, and we're going to discuss this on tomorrow. Listen, if it's 9 a.m. and it ain't 9 a.m., it's 7:37 in the evening, but we had to come on and celebrate with the great people of the village of Dolton. And once again, for Brother Lee, our chief contributor, chief commentator, and our guest, Foxy 2 Roxy 3. And for me, all of us here at the MacMan Morning Show, we will see you tomorrow. We're going to have a good show tomorrow. Thank you, Foxy, for coming. Thank you, Brother Lee. I don't know what happened to his audio. He's what? There you are. Say something, Lee. We give you a chance. Say something. Come on, bro. Were you there? I heard his voice. Okay. Well, like I said, we're gonna hear Leo come on tomorrow. He'll get his commentary in. It's in but it'll be a beginning of a conversation that we're going to have. Hey, listen, I want you to tune in, say hi. I want to thank. Let me thank these people. No apologies, just me. All in the queue, and Martin G. Johnson. Those three persons that provided our video live feed coverage. And I know that it jumped a little bit, but when you got everybody in the same room, something could happen. But I want to thank them for their assistance and their kindness of being friends of the show. I want to thank you all for being here. We're getting ready to get out of here. We'll be here tomorrow morning, God willing. And we got a lot to talk about, and a lot to, we might have a special guest to come on and talk with us too. You never know. Maybe Jason. You never know. Never know what the MacMan gonna come up with. But listen, I want to thank each and every one of you for being here. Thank you again, Foxy, for being here. Foxy 2 Roxy 3 is here with us, and we want to thank her and thank Brother Lee also. And you all have a wonderful evening. We'll be back here on tomorrow morning. I gotta give me some rest for this one. Tomorrow is gonna be a hot show. Thank you all for showing up and giving us an opportunity. We love you. Love somebody. It ain't gonna cost you nothing to love somebody. Thank you again, Foxy. Thank you, Lee, our chief contributor, and we'll see you on tomorrow morning.
It's a